Hey guys, welcome to another week of Midlife One Up. My name is Rob.
And I'm Matt.
What we're going to talk about this week, basically, we're going to be talking about some retro gaming that we've been getting into this week. Square Enix has had a sale on Steam. As you guys can probably see on my screen, I have the Final Fantasy Pixel Remake on Steam that I have up on my screen. You guys can see along with the Dawn Trail and the Lodestone for their website for Final Fantasy XIV Online. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's coming up in Final Fantasy XIV. I know that we have the Starlight Celebration currently going on, but we also have the Heavensturn, right? It's called Heavensturn? Is that the one for the new year? Yeah, so we have the Heavensturn event that's coming up soon, and we're going to go into about that. We're going to go into that a little bit. It looks like this year is the year of the snake, for those who don't know. In the Final Fantasy 14 universe, they pretty much go off of the Asian zodiac. So this year is the year of the snake. And
oh, that's cool. I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, so since it is the year of the snake, the great serpent of Ronka is gonna be.
Oh, he is always just terrifying as usual. I do see a very cool helm though.
Yeah, this year it's the helm of the snakes.
I hope it's better than I've seen in previous ones.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be about the same. Maybe like a 10-minute, what do you call it, storyline. So let's see.
No, I mean the helm itself, not the storyline itself. I mean the helm. Some of them just don't seem to fit very well.
All right, so you see this right here is the helm. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Beep. So there you go. It's actually not bad looking. The things on the side are not part of the helm. I think that's an aura model.
That is. Yes, you're correct.
So yeah, that's the helm this year. It's not bad. Yeah, this is okay. And this year, as you can see, we have some housing items. Looks like more food and buffs for your.
Oh, those look cool though. Nicely detailed.
Yeah, and then the wall decoration, which I don't know what that is, but that's cool. And then of course we get a new minion. So we get a new reskin of the Great Serpent of Ronka.
It's fantastic.
It is. It kind of is fantastic. So that's you have to be level 15 to participate. And let's see.
That's easy to get to though. That you can do that, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to start in Limsa Lominsa as usual. The Heavensturn events usually starts in Limsa Lominsa. And it leads you just outside of Limsa Lominsa to do some, like maybe, I think the last couple of years it's been like a fight, right? Like a small little fight that you just go like a fate, and then we go there and do it.
They've usually a small fate or a large group fate. I can't remember whichever way it is, but it's usually not too far outside the city or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So this year these events are not really meant to be anything huge. I think they never really are in any MMO you play. Like even in World of Warcraft, they're kind of like just cutesy, nothing. You don't get any amazing loot out of it. Although I do like that you get this cool minion. But that's about it.
It's just for fun. I really like these. These are fun for me.
Yeah, Matt enjoys these a lot more than I do. I do them because I don't want to miss out on a minion, or on the rare occasion that there's a mount involved. I don't want to miss out on that either.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And I remember the one that we did, and everybody and their mother got the car mount.
Oh, but that was a crossover event.
It was.
That was a crossover event. We haven't had one in a while, but yeah.
But that was a great event. And I remember when we were going to do the Fate, we were sitting there waiting to do the Fate, and everybody had their car out. But
speaking about crossovers, I actually do like the crossovers a lot. The crossovers are actually pretty good. They've had a crossover. The one he's talking about was with Final Fantasy XV, where we got to see Prince Nocturne, and we got to have the car as a mount drop, and I think his outfit and everything. So that was cool.
Yes, I was wanting that car for a long time.
Right. We did miss a crossover prior to us starting to play again. We missed a crossover with Final Fantasy XVI, where they had a special version of Ifrit up as a trial. And it was the version of Ifrit. They changed the model to match the model for Final Fantasy XVI, which is a way more vicious model of Ifrit than what we currently have in in Final Fantasy XIV Online. I'll see if I can find it here. This was the model of Ifrit that's in Final Fantasy XVI. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, that's it.
Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that's what your character actually turns into. When I say that I'm in the middle of a kaiju fight, I turn into a kaiju. That's what you turn into. You turn into the Lord of Fire.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the collab was like, see here they have a comparison like Ifrit and then the new Ifrit, which they took out of the game. They should have just left it in because it's really much better model of Ifrit than
Swap them in, let it be.
Yeah, and some of the cool rewards for that crossover we both missed, which is the armor set for the main character in Final Fantasy XIV. We missed out on the chance to actually have that armor set, which is a pretty cool armor set.
Man, it's like part of me doesn't even want to see that armor set because I'm going to get really upset at myself.
Find it because I do want to see it. I saw someone with it in the game recently, and also the mount, which is the mount of the dog that is his companion in the game, which is the wolf mount.
That's cool. That's very cool.
It is, yeah, and we missed that too.
That's awesome. Great that we missed that.
Here are the armor sets, and here's the minion. So see, you could have got a little Torgal minion. You could have got the yeah. We missed out on all that.
Super cute minion, a very cool mounts, a great armor set, a weapon transmog. It's fine. We didn't miss anything big. It's fine. Everything's fine.
We totally didn't miss out on anything.
Everything's fine. Move it along.
But wait, there's a video. I want to see the video. I haven't seen this video. This is a debut.
That's the first for me.
I don't know if you can hear it. But that looked like it was a really cool real-time action event that happened in the fight. Now
the bringing up of the shield there, oh my gosh.
And the paladin busting out with that phoenix wing, which...
Yes.
Yeah. And look, there we go. Hey, isn't that nice?
And then we go to cute.
Pretty much. So yeah, we missed out on that event. So crossover events for me are a way cooler thing in the game. They have done crossovers with Yokai Hunter. Is it Yokai Hunter?
You're right. I was very studious in collecting all the yokai pets and weapons.
Yeah, he was.
And the watch.
And the watch. And there was the yokai event. There was the Final Fantasy XV event, Final Fantasy XVI event. What else have we had? Anyway, crossover events are way more worth it because you actually get mounts, minions, usually a transmog set, lots of stuff. The holiday events are way tamer by comparison. You're basically just doing like a little cultural event, which is great. You get little housing thing, no big deal.
I 100% agree with that. Crossover events, they're more involved. The loot's way better.
Yeah. The current event that's happening is the Starlight Festival or Starlight Celebration. This one has the added benefit of actually having some pretty cool wall art, which I think we showcased last time. But here's like a closer inspection of it here, and we have.
The one thing I did not bring up is the music there that you're actually pointing on now. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually got that. I did. I bought it as part of my collection now too. So yeah, it's great. You get like an orchestrion roll, which if you play Final Fantasy XVI, you know what an orchestrion roll is because they actually got that from Final Fantasy XIV online and brought it into Final Fantasy XVI. Your character in Final Fantasy XVI can hunt down music and play it in the jukebox at the tavern. And you also get a barding for your chocobo, so you can change your chocobo to be more festive. This event is running until the 31st, and then on the 31st we have the Heavensturn event, which is the one we discussed with the Great Serpent of Ronka. Here is something that I was gonna ask you, Matt, because I want to get you, I want to get you a nice gift, and I want to 3D print you a gift. So.
Oh, I like that one. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
That's Malfi, right?
Yeah, that's Malfi. It is. That's Malfi. It's yellow for some reason here, but it's not. It's gonna be gray when it's finished printing, and then I'll paint it and stuff. But yeah.
You know I used the crap out of that thing in Destiny 2. I used the crap out of that thing, for good measure.
Now you're gonna notice a difference, like because I know that you got me the Ace of Spades 3D printed.
Correct.
But that one, you're gonna see a huge difference with the model that I'm printing for you. It's not gonna look so polygonal.
Ace of Spades is his weapon of choice in Destiny 2 for obvious reasons.
See, I'm showing everyone the Ace of Spades right now that you have me printed, and as you guys can probably see here in the handle, it's very geometric. It's like a low res poly, and the reason why it came out that way, and the reason why you could see some of the striations or the grooves in this Ace of Spades is because this was printed using a monofilament 3D printer. This model here that I'm showing everyone, I think I've sent you some pictures of it. This is from a 3D resin printer, the Draconian series. But what that does is it's more of it uses a pool, literally a pool of liquid resin, and then using the print head, it goes into the pool of liquid, and then as it rises, it's the LED lights underneath it. They tell the resin to harden in patterns. So then, when it's done, you get a full, complete model without all those lines that you can see there. You see all these lines that are there? None of those lines happen. Alright, so this week, Matt and I, Square Enix is having a Steam sale, which is kind of amazing, on Steam. So if you go to the Steam store, you'll see that Square Enix is having a sale. And I love Square Enix, not just because of Final Fantasy XIV, but I've been a long time fan of Square, and then Enix Games, and then when they joined together and became one company.
Same here. Have been a Square Enix fan for a long time.
So here you can see the Square Enix winter sale. And they have all these games on sale. I mean, you can pick up Final Fantasy VII. No, actually, this is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Have you ever played Final Fantasy VII, Matt?
No, have heard that it's fantastic though.
Yeah, it's considered like the seminal one. I'm not gonna spoil anything else. I kind of already spoiled, but you can just forget everything I said. So anyway, this is
I don't even know what you're talking about. How's that?
So this is like a prequel to that. And there's Final Fantasy XVI, which is so much cheaper than I bought it for. I bought it at $70. This is now at $37.49. Life is Strange is a game I've never played, but it's won a lot of awards. And then in all these classic games like Visions of Mana, they have a lot of the Dragon Quest stuff. They have a lot of the Saga franchise games, which Matt also bought the Final Fantasy Legends series, the whole collection, right?
That is where I initially got into Final Fantasy with back in the day with the Game Boy, was with the Final Fantasy Legend 1, Final Fantasy Legend 2, and Final Fantasy Legend 3. Oh, yeah. And also I see Chrono Trigger there. That's another one that I was into big time. Loved that game.
Oh yeah. It's in my library, as you can see here where it says in my library. That is one of the classic games for me. That one and Legends of Mana, that was another one that I got into, old school JRPG. I also own Nier Automata. I don't own the second one in the series, just the first. This one is a huge headache. It's just as hard as like the Dark Souls saga. And
I don't have that game because you told me that game is hard.
It's
and you know
super
me.
hard. It is super hard, man. It is the hardest thing. Do not play it on the keyboard. Get yourself if you're gonna get it, you can get it, but get yourself a control pad. Plug it into your computer and play it that way. But even then, man, that game is hard. I don't think you've ever played Dark Souls Saga, right? Like Dark Souls 2, or Dark Souls 3.
Not really.
Or even Elden Rings, right?
No, I own it on Xbox, but I do not. I have not played it.
Okay, well, if you ever feel adventurous and you want to know what the Dark Souls Saga and Nier Automata is like, just pop it on and play it for a little bit. I've honestly put like about 30 hours into the game, but it is frustratingly difficult. It's like really high difficulty rating. It's for people who enjoy, you know.
I've heard from many people that that's a hard game.
It is. It's a very hard game. So as you guys can see here, the prices on all these games are pretty amazing. Final Fantasy III 3D remake, Final Fantasy III the original, $13.49, and then the 3D remake, which is $6.39. We have Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy IV the 3D remake. I bought the 3D remake. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather the original pixel art version of it.
One that I did not see that I did play on the Game Boy from Square Enix was, correct me if I'm wrong, was Secret of Mana.
Yeah, Secret of Mana is here. Yeah, it's here.
Really enjoyed that one. Very fun game.
Right now, in case you're wondering, Matt, they have Final Fantasy VII for $4.79. Okay, so if you ever want to play it, it's for $5 right now. They also have my two favorite Final Fantasy games that came out after that, but everyone kind of poo-poos them. But for me, they're amazing. Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX is where we meet Vivi, the Black Mage. Because if you play Final Fantasy 1, this is the first time they make a Black Mage that looks like the Black Mage for the Final Fantasy 1 in 3D, and he was lovable. He was a lovable character, and he's been in Final Fantasy 14. Vivi has been in Final Fantasy 14, so.
I like that art style.
Yeah, look, right there. Vivi or Nitier.
Yes. A little Orko action there.
Yeah, but that's what your Black Mage looks like in Final Fantasy as well. I mean, it's just a hat with a robe and yellow eyes, yeah.
Couple of glowy eyes. You call it a mage.
Pretty much, yeah. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. We've been playing pretty retro games this week. Alright, so until next week, my name is Rob.
My name is Matt.
And you guys have an awesome rest of your week and a Happy New Year's.